Well, welcome everyone to Metro TV. I'm your host, Andy Hoig, publisher and CEO of Metro Magazine. It is week number 5 for our holiday extravaganza, 8 weeks of contribution. Each week I'm interviewing 5 nonprofits for 5 minutes. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, hello, everybody. I am here with Terry Patterson, Director of Family Resources, Children's Hospital and Medical Center. Terry, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Andy. Thanks for having me.
So we're here to talk for just 5 minutes about volunteers for meals at the Rainbow House during the holiday season. People are wanting to give back. So take it away and tell us how we can contribute.
Okay. Well, Rainbow House is Children's Hospital Medical Center's home away from home for families that live 60 miles or further outside of town. And so it's a place where our out-of-town families stay. And part of that, we try to provide meals for them when possible. Rainbow House is designed to alleviate some of the financial burden that people have, and meals being part of that. So we have opportunities for people in the community to donate meals. Before COVID, we would offer an opportunity for meals to be prepared on site, but right now we're asking those meals to be brought prepared so that we don't have to have extra people in the house.
And typically how many families do you have?
We prepare meals for about 50 to 60 guests.
Wow.
On a regular night, we may have about half capacity, but it just depends on the activity level in the hospital.
And I'm sure this time of year, it's the holidays, and these people are away from their homes, and they're also dealing with obviously a health crisis as well. So it's so important. How do you recruit volunteers?
So we have in our social media with word of mouth, families that have been involved with us. We kind of pass the word along about Rainbow House. We invite people to come again to view the Rainbow House and to be a part of it, to help support us there. So we have a really deep reach in the community, and that's how people find out about us. But then we also have information on our hospital website about the Rainbow House and how to contribute to its support.
Yeah, so Rainbow House. So how do we find the Rainbow House? Because I have children'somaha.org.
Yes, if you go to children'somaha.org and really just type Rainbow House into the search bar, it'll bring you to those pages. It'll tell you all about Rainbow House. And then there's opportunities on there to sign up to provide a meal. If there's not a night that works for you, then I would encourage calling our manager that's on site at 559-7815 to discuss other options.
Sure. Because it's every night you're needing this. And I know, just again with COVID-19, people in the past, pre-COVID, would come into the house and prepare meals. Now you can't do that. But I know there's so many different like caterers and restaurants too that you can call and they'll they're going to prepare the meal for you and even deliver it. And
yes,
you're kind of sponsoring that meal.
And that's a great way to do it. And they bring it, and then the families can come down to our kitchen to have those meals, pick those meals up. The other thing that people can do to contribute is we do have a pantry for the family. So those who prefer to cook meals, so those pantry staples, things along those lines, can be donated. And then families can help themselves to the pantry to help prepare a meal for their family. If they have dietary concerns or things along those lines, it helps them be able to prepare those meals themselves.
Wonderful. So in kind of our final 30 seconds or so, so are there favorites? I mean, what do families enjoy eating?
I think they're like everybody's spaghetti and soups and just that comfort food. I'll say comfort food.
Yeah.
The sweets probably get us in trouble, all of us. But when you're going through things, there's nothing like something that a nice sandwich to be able to bite down into, or plate of spaghetti. Those type casserole type dishes work really well.
Okay. And okay, again, the website children's omaha.org. You can
Yes,
find a lot of information about first the meal, donating the meals, and then also the pantry items to be delivered.
yes.
So such an important time of year. So Terry, I just want to thank you so much for joining us today. And just, yeah, we're kind of in the final, the final weeks, the final month of this year, and people want to contribute. So
Yes, well, we appreciate all the support from this community. We're fortunate to have a freestanding children's hospital in Omaha and Nebraska. We're the only freestanding full service facility in the state. And so we appreciate all the support, and we can only do it with the help of our community.
absolutely. All right. Thank you, and happy holidays.
Same to you. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, I am here with Erica Overturf. She is the artistic director and CEO of American Midwest Ballet. Erica, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks, Andy. Great to see you.
So we're doing our kind of our holiday extravaganza is what I'm calling it, and wanting to talk about American Midwest Ballet. You guys haven't really skipped a beat, even though we've got COVID-19. You've been really creative in bringing what you're doing to the people via a virtual versus having people come into, to see a live performance. So let's talk about Nutcracker Home Cinema Edition. Nutcracker is a tradition for so many people.
Yes, well, we know that the holidays just are not the same without the Nutcracker. Of course, there's some disappointment for the dancers and audiences, but we're all figuring out how to do things differently this year. So we're doing something we've never done before. And we're bringing this home cinema edition with, beautiful, some up close angles and shots and views of a live performance, which has been recorded along with some wonderful behind the scenes interviews with performers to really make it a special experience and also be able to share it with as many people as we can.
So let's, I'm looking at your website. I've got two computers going here. So I'm looking at your website, which is great. You have so much information and the photo. So it's amballet.org. So how can people, what's the agenda? When does this happen? How can people view it?
Yes, so starting December 12th, we'll be premiering it and we'll run it, make it available all the way through Christmas, December 25th. So you'll be able to see it. There'll be information on our website, amballet.org, and we'll be streaming it through YouTube as well as our Facebook. So you can check it out there.
Which is something a little different because typically you have like two or three, I think two performances or maybe three or a couple weekends. And you're actually allowing people, there's a longevity to this where maybe more people will be viewing it.
Yes, we hope that many, many people can view it. And another aspect I'm really excited about is our student matinee series where we partner with Omaha Performing Arts. That's one of my favorite things every year, and we certainly did not want to miss out on the opportunity to share the Nutcracker with thousands of young people in our area. So I'm excited to say we have over 7,000 students and teachers signed up to tune in already for our student matinee edition, which breaks the ballet into shorter scenes, and we have introductions by our ballet master as well as study guides. So we're really excited that we're able to reach all these kids as well with the Nutcracker.
Oh my gosh, I mean, that's so amazing. That's so awesome to keep that tradition alive. Because when I was a little girl, I mean, I just remember going to the Nutcracker, and I think some of it was potentially through the school system and also then with my parents. But what are other ways that people can contribute to American Midwest Ballet during the holidays?
Oh, well, that's a great question. I'm excited to share with you that we have two wonderful donors, Scott and Cindy Hyder, who have very generously offered a $50,000 matching gift from now through the holiday season here through the end of December. And so we're calling it the Nutcracker Challenge. So any gifts to the ballet in this time frame, they will match. So their gift is $50,000. That means we could raise as much as $100,000.
Wow.
Their people contribute and their gifts are doubled.
That's wonderful. Okay, so in the last like 30, 45 seconds, going back to Nutcracker Home Cinema Edition, does it cost, I mean, do you buy tickets to see that, or what do you do?
Great question. It's free. This
Oh
year,
my gosh.
it's so challenging in so many ways, and we feel our role as the ballet is to bring joy and inspiration to people's lives. And so we know Nutcracker's a really special ballet. A lot of people will be missing getting to see it in the theater this year. So we want everybody, and maybe people that didn't normally get to come, to be able to view it with their families this holiday, but in a safe way. And so we're making it free, not only for all these school students, but also for the general public. So don't miss it.
That's wonderful. Well, Erica, I mean, thank you, American Midwest Ballet. I know we're going to have you on after the first of the year, because 2021, keeping our fingers crossed that there's, we're going to be able to get together in person, which I have a feeling that we will. And I know you've got a lot going on then, so we'll catch up with you on 2021. But thank you so much for all that you do and your organization does for the community.
Thank you. I really appreciate the chance.
Happy holidays.
Thanks.
Okay, bye. Well, I have Emily Marston here. She's the marketing and events manager for Make-A-Wish Nebraska. Emily, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So you got a couple things going on. I mean, everything's a little bit different this year, but, it doesn't stop the need, and it doesn't stop your contribution and what your organization does. So Make-A-Wish Nebraska, let's talk about first the Classic Rock 105.9 Radiothon.
Yeah, so we're really excited. This is our 15th year partnering with Classic Rock 105.9. Yeah, we've been doing it for a long time, and we're just really happy we could make it work this year despite everything going on. And even better, Nebraska Medicine is our title sponsor again, and we're excited to partner with them. But it's a really great event. It is next Friday, December 11th,
Okay.
from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
And it's always so much fun. It's a full day of just Wish families, donors, volunteers, all coming on the radio and talking about how a wish has transformed their lives and what granting wishes means to them. And it's amazing. And we're hoping people will listen in to 105.9 that day. And there's lots of ways to donate. You can call in either at 402-934-WISH, or they can go online and donate. And all of this information is on our website as well, so easy access.
Okay, because I think in the past you probably had this on location or something potentially. Yeah, and this
Yes.
It's not on location.
Yeah, so normally we are in a spot. We've either been at a mall. This year we were hoping to have it at Shields. Unfortunately, with everything, we just couldn't be in person. So Classic Rock 105.9, they will be broadcasting from their studio. So again, it's a bummer we can't all be together, but we're just so excited we can still do the event.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's go into the next thing. Stuff a Subaru. Right, talk about that.
Yes, so we also have a wonderful partnership with Subaru, and we're very lucky that all the Nebraska Subarus wanted to partner up and do a Stuff the Subaru event.
Okay.
So what we are asking the community is to drop off unused, unwrapped toys to any of our Subaru locations, which it's either Duto Subaru in Lincoln, Baxter Subaru in Omaha, or Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue. You can go to any one of those locations and drop off an unused, unwrapped toy and try to stuff a Subaru full of toys for our local Wish kids.
Okay, that's great. And toys ranging from little baby toddlers to
Yes, pretty much anything that would appeal to a 2-year-old toddler all the way up to an 18-year-old. We even say if you want to drop off a gift card, sometimes our teenagers appreciate gift cards more than physical items, but we just really like to give our Wish kids something. Usually we give them a toy or something at the beginning of their Wish experience just to get them excited for the Wish. So, and especially now during these uncertain times, we just want to continue to be in contact and give them a little something to give them hope and joy during this time.
And is there a dollar amount that we need to be mindful of? I mean, or just whatever we can do.
Yeah, whatever you can do. Honestly, we appreciate anything, big or small. Every little bit helps. And again, this just will give our Wish kids so much hope and joy during this very weird time that we are all experiencing.
Yeah, and it is, I mean, this year it is a very different time. So it's just important to to look at how we can contribute back to those. And Make-A-Wish Nebraska is so important. So website again, where we can find out more information.
Yeah, you can visit wish.org/Nebraska and just go to our events tab and you'll find information about both these wonderful events plus other things going on. There's always something going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Emily, thank you for coming on. I know that we're going to be chatting more after the first of the year and looking ahead to what 2021, the needs of Make-A-Wish Nebraska. So thank you for coming on with me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me and for allowing me to speak about our holiday events going on.
All right. Well, happy holidays to you, Emily.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Well, I'm so excited to be here at the Promise for Paws Senior Dog Sanctuary. And I'm talking to, here, we've got Terry Gatch Mills. She's a P4P volunteer. And Terry, who do you have with you?
This is Roxy, and she's 15 years young.
Yeah. And so is Roxy a resident? Is she?
She is. Yep. She just came a few weeks ago, and she is our permanent resident. And she's loving it here. She's ready for Santa.
Wonderful. And she looked like she's one of Santa's elves, doggy elves. Let's just talk quickly about Promise for Paws Dog Sanctuary, because this is a place where doggies come, the elderly dogs, where you're not looking to adopt them out. They're looking to have just a forever home, comfortable space in your sanctuary, correct?
Yes. Yep. They come here once they enter the sanctuary. They're here to live out their golden years. It's an actual home, so they are not kenneled.
Yeah.
And, only at feeding time, and they're free to roam all day and socialize with each other. And surprisingly enough, the big dogs get along with the small dogs, and it's a really great mix.
Yeah. I mean, I just love what you guys do. I just think it's so amazing. But one of the reasons for this conversation is talking about what's taking place during the holidays and how can people support your organization.
Well, like most of the small nonprofits, this year it's been a struggle. And last year we had an open house, which we're not going to be able to do that this year because of the COVID. And but we are still accepting donations. They can be mailed in to our address at 1027 South 3rd Street here in Council Bluffs. The zip code is 51503. You can also go online at promiseforpaws.com. And also, if you'd like, you can call Kathy at 402-669-3224. Mm-hmm. So there's several ways to donate. And then we also have a donation drive. Last year, everybody who came to the open house they were able to meet the dogs and put the gifts under the trees. But this year we'll have to just leave them on the front porch and you can see the dogs through the windows. But we need paper towels, canned white meat chicken, green beans, preferably no salt added. We can always use paper towels and cleaning supplies, potty pads, and pill pockets.
Okay. And then is all that information kind of your wish list items on your website?
Yes. Yep. And they're also on our Amazon wish list as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So how many dogs do you have staying? I mean, how many do you have staying?
Currently we have 34.
34. Okay. And again, they're just there to be comfortable and to play and to have the quality of life that all animals should have until the end of their lives, you know?
That's true. We bring them here, pull them from shelters and rescues and families that can no longer care for them, because often they're overlooked in shelters and the rescues. They're picked last. And so they come here and they live a great life. They're loved. They're taken care of medically. And I think the socialization between all of them helps too. So.
And where are you guys located at? Because you said people can drop off items to your place, but they can also make donations through the website.
Yes, we are in Council Bluffs. We're at 1027 South 3rd Street in Council Bluffs, right across from ConAgra. And we have a big front porch, so you're welcome to leave your donations. And if you need a receipt, just leave a Post-it note on there with your address and your value, and we will get you a receipt.
Okay. And like you said, another great way is you can go to, you have an Amazon wish list. You can go
Yes.
do that. I know you guys, we've worked together. You're in our giving guide. There's also a wish list, information there as well. And I've got maybe 30, 45 seconds. Do we want to introduce Tiffany, who I know is standing next to you, one of the co-founders of this amazing organization? Hi, Tiffany.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for creating this. To me, this is so important for these beautiful, beautiful animals that, the quality of life, it's important at the end of their lives,
Yeah, it is. Thank you. Yeah, the senior dogs really resonated with myself and my partner, Kathy. And, seeing them here on a comfy bed and not in a shelter by themselves on their final days is something that, was our goal for many, many years. And it's come to fruition. And there's so many like-minded people who have those same thoughts. And I had no idea all of us were out there. But we are. And we're very thankful for all of the supporters and all of the donations that made this actually happen and continue to happen. We're in our 10th year now. And, that says a lot for everybody out there helping us do this.
Yes. Well, Tiffany, Terry, I just want to thank you both, wishing you both happy holidays and encouraging people to, let's give back to Promise for Paws Senior Dog Sanctuary. So thank you both so much, and happy holidays to both of you.
You too. Thank you.
Well, I am here with Mark Verson. He is the Chief Development Officer for Lutheran Family Services of Nebraska. Mark, thank you so much for joining me today.
Andy, thanks for having me.
Well, let's just first talk about the mission of Lutheran Family Services. It's been around for a long time, over 125, maybe 130 years now. Tell us about the mission.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. We've been around for 128 years, which is kind of, very close, right? But our mission is to provide safety, hope, and well-being to all people. And by all people, we really mean that, from established family to those living in the marginalized populations, and from Council Bluffs, Iowa, to as far west as North Platte in physical presence, but as a statewide presence, both from a virtual and some other services that we do up in Panhandle and the greater part of the state.
Yeah. And I know this has been a challenging year for so many nonprofits. But with Lutheran Family Services, let's just talk a little bit. One of the reasons for the conversation is, hey, it's the holidays. We're getting to the end of the year. How can people contribute and support your organization?
Yeah, absolutely. I think 2020 has uprooted so many, not only in our own neighborhoods or in state, but across the world. And one way that we're trying to make an impact and serve those that might just need a little bit of extra help during this time is by something that we call community care packages. And Andy, this is something that we did early on in the pandemic, and we raised some funds to allow to purchase household items, and that can be diapers, formula, food, help pay for a phone bill, provide a device and data plan to be able to access online resources and so on. And so it's really to try to meet the direct need that individuals might have during this time. And so we're resurrecting that, just because we know that come January 1, when a lot of the CARES Act relief and everything else kind of comes to an end, that there's still going to be a need in our communities. And so one way you can do that is just going on our website at lfsnab.org/donate and make a gift today that will go directly to to individuals in need across the state of Nebraska and Western Iowa.
Yeah. And I know, so on your website, because I'm actually on your website right now, I've got 2 different computers going. I mean, money, people donate money is so important. And sometimes I feel like people also want to actually donate physical items, or it's easy for them, or it makes it a family affair to, be able to do that. Do you have drop-off zones, or are you literally doing everything through your website right now?
Yeah, so no, we're still taking in-kind donations, especially when it comes to helping families with young kiddos. So diapers and clothing and formula
Right.
is definitely something in need. And with these care packages too, if there is opportunity for volunteering to help administer these, we early on we engaged over 100 volunteers that went and actually purchased these items from Walmart or the grocery store, whatever it may be, and drop off directly at the client's front doorstep. There's no interaction, and so it's all socially distant. But that's another way too to help give back. And so if it is just dropping off a list of items to someone, it is rewarding. Some of the stories that we've heard, it's enlightening and it's powerful, right? Of
Yeah.
the power of giving back, and it's something that I take great pride in being able to represent every day, and so does everyone within LFS. And it's just something that we're grateful to be able to live into our mission and really provide that hope for people that there is going to be an end to this pandemic, or the struggle that someone may be going through, and if we can be along the way with them, or alongside with them during that, that's just something that we are very grateful to be able to do. And so there's a lot of different ways they can reach out through the website of getting involved, through volunteering, through monetary donations, as well as with kind of in-kind and kind of items that you were talking about.
Yeah. And again, yeah, thank you. Cause that volunteer piece that, you can get these items, but then, how do you get them to the families that need them? And, the need is there now, and it's going to be there. The need is the need, in our community. So,
Right.
We're just dealing with a pandemic right now. So, well, thank you, Mark, for coming on the show. And anything else? I mean, just final words. Website. I know money is just, that always allows you to direct it in areas that it needs to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, outside of even just the direct support to clients, if you personally need some assistance, whether it's,
Yeah.
we've all faced challenges with this isolation. I'm sitting in my basement, and I have for 8 months, and that comes with its own challenges. And so if you're looking for someone to talk to, or if it's struggling with, say, substance use, or some domestic challenges at home, or even just down and maybe a little anxious around the pandemic, those are all part of some of the services we provide. So please do reach out if you're in need of direct care as well. But so kind of any facet of LFS, whether it is supporting financially or through items, or really just need someone to talk to, we're here for everyone, and encourage them to take care of us, or take care of themselves by reaching out to us and let us help. But other than that, no, we just hope everyone has a great holiday season and stays safe and healthy during these unprecedented times.
Yeah. All right, Mark. Well, thank you again for joining me, and happy holidays to you.
Well, thank you so much. You have a great holiday as well, Andy.
Thank you. Well, thank you for joining me today. Be sure to visit spiritofomaha.com, click on metroTV, and you can watch all of the previous interviews I've had with our nonprofit partners. And also be sure to check us out on Facebook, Metro Magazine, all one word. Thank you, and I will see you back here next week.